The biggest challenges would be related to childcare. We do not have a national childcare system, which results in women from lower income jobs not being able to return to work because they can't afford to pay for childcare. They don't make enough money to cover the childcare costs, as well as it affects child rearing affects women at higher paid positions because there isn't a lot of support for alternative working arrangements, whether it's working part-time or working flex hours and whatnot. So there has to be a push to make it possible for a woman to have children as well as to rise up in her career aspirations.
And I had an experience in 2000, around 2001 or 2002. A big hospital in São Paulo invited me to work with them. I started to do some job interviews there, and finally I didn't get an answer. And I was wondering why. And a friend of mine worked there, and after maybe 2 weeks he called me in a very informal way to tell me that they didn't want to hire me because I was by that time 30 and a woman, and they said, okay, we don't want to hire you because for sure in 1 or 2 years you want to have babies, and this is going to be it's going to be a big trouble for you. And it was the first time that I heard that, and I was really shocked because of this situation. I couldn't imagine. And I only knew about that because of this friend. Otherwise, I would think, okay, they didn't think that I'm good for the job or something like that. No, they thought you are really good, but we don't want to take the risk. So this is stupid because I was 30 and now I'm 35. I don't have kids, and we didn't have the opportunity to work together. So after that, I start to face that, okay, we women face some problems during our careers.
Even though the socio-economic difference between Australia and Cambodia is absolutely huge, it's interesting to find that there are similar challenges, that it's women who have the caregiving responsibility, but they also have that financial responsibility as well, particularly the ones who move from the rural areas to the more urban areas. And they are supporting not only their own families, but in Cambodia often it's extended families. And there's a lot of pressure on them and there's very little support. Financial planning and management, how to manage the finances. The Cambodian women are the ones who will rarely spend on themselves and send everything back to their home villages. Safety and security is also an issue for women, particularly when they migrate. They're working in often low-paid jobs, long hours, they're away from a family network and that comfort zone, so there's a lot of risks for women and also for health. So there's a number of key challenges. Some of them are specific to Cambodia, but I think women worldwide, no matter what the socio-economic or the development situation in the country, they're all facing those same challenges.
Well, there are different challenges at different levels, but broadly speaking, it's still a matter of, women are not still, there is this, there are barriers, some you can see and some are still hidden, but they are there. And, for example, the salary issues, I mean, women are not equally paid as men. Although it's changing, but the change is very slow. And if there is I think that's why you need this connection with these international networks, and because this helps women in one country to basically learn how the hurdles they are facing, how you can sort of solve them. So, and it gives strength.
Well, being single, like I said, most of them are single parents or single mothers. trying to find that balance, work balance, home balance. They have to work long, 13, 14 hours a day, and yet they have no one to care for the young ones. So BPW try to assist in whatever way that we can. So that's the biggest challenge now going for most of our young women. But of course, no.
My experience with the glass ceiling. Getting to know me, you know that I speak quite frankly, and I'm no guy for playing tricks or playing games and doing big politics. Maybe it's a failure, but I am what I am. And I found out that with two bosses, men bosses, I always had problems. For them it was a competition always. They felt not really secure with me as a product manager working for them as a sales manager, and yeah, I quit the company twice because of this situation. It was not easy, and then I really found out it was time to try something else, and I knew I'm only 32. If it doesn't work out, I do something else.
There are several, I guess there are different kinds of challenges. We do some advocacy work for like women in prison, but that's another part of the program. For business and professional women, we address a lot of problems. Like in Hong Kong, the women are still, I think like in every country, they're not too confident about I guess it's just about breaking the glass ceiling, you know, how to move up and get ahead with your career, basically. So.